Joe Biden is a very nasty, stupid, and egomaniacal man. He's been this way his entire life. He's lied through his entire life, whether it's college or law school. He cheated on a law school exam. He lied about getting scholarships to law school, how many majors he had in law school. He lied about what part of the class he graduated in. He said the top third, it was actually near the bottom of the class. He is a man with a massive ego and a very low IQ, so it's very difficult for those two to actually fuse together. But he found that in politics it could work. You could be very evil and very stupid, and yet very powerful.
How could you be so dumb? Dumb, 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 dumb. How could you be so dumb? Dumb, 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 dumb Democrats.
This video is brought to you by Extreme Tees. Click on the link below. Make sure you put Kevin in the promo code and you'll get a 20% discount. Hey everyone, it's spring and it's time for a clear out. Not just the house and the garden stuff, but the finances as well. And if you've been thinking about starting a IRA or a 401k, Noble Gold is giving away a genuine rare Carson City minted Morgan silver dollar with every qualifying IRA or 401k this month. So give your investments a spring clean too and go to noblegoldinvestments.com to find out more. Again, that is noblegoldinvestments.com to find out more. And now back to the video. What's going on, America? Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And man, these Democrats, as I've observed them for the last, 5-6 years and beyond, are horrible politicians. I'm telling you right now, they must get their political, degree out of a Cracker Jack box. I'm pretty sure anybody can become a Democrat politician. It's easy. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. But in their case, those numbers are racist. See, there's only a key component that you have to have to become a Democrat politician. One is you have to be able to, fluff your way through stuff, show up to work, complain a little bit, meander about, show up, do some passionate, press conference like you care.
Wait a minute. When I went down to that border and saw it, anyway, listen, it's not about our border patrol and our laws and stuff. It's about the kids and the better life. And don't forget the Statue of Liberty. Remember that? Y'all remember that? The statue. And come on. And also, it's about the country that was built on immigrants and stuff like that. And
2, you got to support all of the social classes and all of these victims, all of these, small groups and stuff. 3, you got to definitely hate your country. 4, you can't believe in patriotism. 5, you have to become lawless whenever needed. That's right. When it's convenient, you want to support the law. When it's not, then, of course, the law is irrelevant. But just to show you how easy it is. Are you stuck in a dead-end job? Are you the type of person that don't need details? Does the sight of the American flag upset you? Would you rather earn money from taxpayers instead of actually working for it? Are you willing to blame others for your choices? Do you hate America? Are you the type of person that facts mean nothing to you? Do you believe in every country first and America last? Do you believe in rules for thee and not for me? Are you willing to lie with a straight face? If you believe in the China first and America last policies, then you might want to become a Democrat politician. Let's hear from some actual new Democrat politicians and how becoming a Democrat has changed their life. I meant Democrat.
Yeah, man, when I first decided to leave my job digging a ditch, I said, man, I don't want to work like this anymore. It's just too much. So I decided to become a Democrat politician. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's changed my life. I sit around all day doing nothing, take a couple press conferences, call everybody racist, that's right, and cover up all the corruption along with getting paid. I mean, what a job. I recommend to anyone who hates America, you need to do this today. Don't wait. Oh, by the way, racism.
At first, I was very hesitant. I thought to myself, what will I do with my life? I mean, working a normal job just wasn't for me. I hate having to put in my own time and my heart, sweat, and labor so I can earn a paycheck. So I decided to become a Democrat politician. Our voters are so supportive with their ignorance. They don't even question what we say. You can't wait and pass up this opportunity. Do it today.
Well, me, I was a little skeptical, because, I was stuck in a dead-end job, being Gizmo's little play toy. And I said to myself, I said, you know what, I don't like being a play toy anymore. I want a higher position. I want some respect. And so I decided to reach out to the Democrat Party to become a politician. And let me tell you something. They came and called me and had me in for an interview at 7 a.m. And by 3 p.m., I was already a politician. Never studied any politics, don't have any policies. Just nice and lazy and want to get rich off the taxpayers. By the way, xenophobia. And racism. Yeah, what made me want to become a Democrat politician is I like to cut people. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? Just like those Republicans and conservatives be wanting their taxes cut. That's bullcrap. I like to cut. Yeah, you heard it right. I like to cut all kind of stuff. I like to cut the bull. I like to cut cheese. Yeah, I like to cut, well, that's pretty much all I like to cut. But so what? They saw, real talent in me as soon as I walked in the door and said, you're the knife that we really want. And I said, okay, well, is there any qualifications I need? And pretty much no. All I gotta do is just be different. And I think being a knife is pretty different. So I decided to join the Democrat Party. Yeah. And look at me now. If only mom and dad could see me now.
As nothing, I said to myself, why do I want to live my life as nothing when I can be something? That's when I decided to call the Democrat Party and sign up to become a corrupt, stinking, nasty, dirty Democrat. And let me tell you something, I went from nothing to, well, negative nothing. But nonetheless, I'm still respected more than I ever have been. People never paid attention to nothing, but they sure do love negative nothing. So I have become a Democrat politician, and it has changed my life. Thank you, Democrats. By the way, racism!
Yes, man. Now let me tell you something. Look, I had this one job. I wasn't liking it, man. Working for this black guy from Kevin's Corner. He was using me as a prop, playing in some of his skits of Bob. I don't like being made fun of. Okay, man? I ain't no buffoon just because my teeth is all crooked and I'm missing a few. Don't disrespect me, man. I'm no buffoon, you understand that? Okay? See, I'm white nationalist teeth. That's what I am. And I wouldn't even be snagged if the white man was still in charge of this country. Okay? And that is exactly why I'm joining the Democrat Party. To bring white teeth back, man. That's what I'm doing. Bring your white, straight, nice, pure snow white nationalist teeth back, man. See, I decided to go back to my roots of the Democrat Party. That's right, man. That's where it all started from, man. Going back to the motherland. Being a Democrat politician. Best thing I ever did, man. Best thing I ever did. I get to talk about racism every single day. I get to say, you know what, man? All of these folks coming into our country, who I really don't like, but I'm going to lie and say I do. Because, see, what's going to happen is we're going to restore this country back to white nationalism. But we ain't going to let people know. We ain't going to let them know. See, y'all going to look at us and think we love all the black folks. But we don't. We don't love them, man. Now, this got to be the easiest gig I ever had. And I'll tell you why. The folks don't ask questions. That's right. I get away with everything. And it's better than being inside that black man's mouth. As he makes fun of me. Okay? And my white nationalism. So God bless you. Only if you're a Democrat.
You can apply today and start tomorrow.
So if you support these values, please go to dumbdims.com and apply now. It might be the dream you've been looking for, just not the American dream. Paid for by the Dumb Dims, Democrats, doodoo smelling, garbage, dumpster juice, gangrene, disgusting, wearing a boo-boo suit party. So let's test my theory as we explore how easy it is to become a Democrat politician.
And page 45, my gun is bigger than your gun. My rocket is more powerful than your rocket. And on and on and on. All I see is two heads of state, Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, both who have questionable agendas and questionable mental health.
Cuckoo.
First of all, Congresswoman, what are Mr. Trump's high crimes and misdemeanors? Let me know when you figure that out. You also just compared your president to a genocidal dictator. Here's what their agendas are. Little Rocket Man wants to blow up your state of California, and Donald Trump wants to prevent Little Rocket Man from blowing up your state of California. Nancy Pelosi on the $1,000 bonus checks given to workers.
In terms of the bonus that corporate America received versus the crumbs that they are giving to workers to kind of put the schmooze on is so pathetic. It's so pathetic.
People who are convicted in prison, like the Boston Marathon bomber, on death row, people who are convicted of sexual assault, they should be able to vote?
I think we should have that conversation.
Long before a wall was built here in 2008, in fact, a little less safe after that wall was built.
I think the right to vote is inherent to our democracy. Yes, even for terrible people.
We can have national voting, and that means get rid of the Electoral College.
That walls do not save lives. Walls end lives.
What I'm saying is we should invest in a buyback, that we should restrict any weapons that aren't bought back to gun clubs, hunting clubs, shooting ranges, keep them there where it's safe.
What happens to those insurance companies after your plan is implemented?
Under Medicare for All, we cover all basic health care needs, so they're not going to be there to do that. I suppose if you want to make yourself look a little bit more beautiful, you want to work on that nose, your ears, they can do that.
And if you were caught, just like if you were caught, with drugs or anything else, they had probable cause to go into your home, and you had one of these weapons, yeah, you'd be prosecuted.
Now, do you support the late-term abortion legislation that was passed in the New York State Legislature as well as in Virginia?
I don't think we need more restrictions right now.
So basically, Blue Cross Blue Shield would be reduced to nose jobs.
Something like that.
That's when you guys are supposed to cheer, okay?
In a tweet, he called her, quote, the gift that keeps on giving for the Republican Party. The Florida Democrat says she's the victim of a character assassination.
Not only does he owe me an apology, but he owes an apology to the American people.
You owe us an apology for coming out looking like a rodeo clown and you supposed to be a legislator. You owe us an apology by looking like an old washed up retired stripper. And her voters don't start to say, you know what? You sound crazy. Done went and meddled in folks' business, private phone calls, and then get on TV and try to politicize that garbage and then demand an apology from the president. For what? For calling you out because you are nuts. Secondly, go give that hat back to the circus. Now, let's continue listening to these Democrat politicians have such the easiest job ever.
This prominent Democrat must have flunked math. Let's do a quick math rundown on this one, shall we? Pelosi claimed 500 million Americans would lose their jobs every month if the package were not approved.
Single payer, single payer, single payer.
There are 300 million Americans in the U.S., and prior to the 2008 financial meltdown, about half of them were working.
In February, you introduced the Assault Weapons Ban and Law Enforcement Protection Act of 2007. It would regulate semi-automatic assault weapons, including weapons that have pistol grips, a forward grip, and something called a barrel shroud. Weapons with a barrel shroud would be regulated. What's a barrel shroud, and why should we regulate it?
I think the more important thing is that it also would have had banned the large capacity clips that Colin Ferguson had used, and also the killer.
Okay. But I read the legislation. I'm sorry. I read the legislation, and it said that it would regulate barrel shrouds. What's a barrel shroud, and why should we regulate that?
The guns that were chosen back in those days were basically the guns that most gangs and criminals were using to kill our police officers. I'm not saying it was the best bill, but that was the best bill they could get out at that particular time. I actually don't know what a barrel shot is. I believe it's a shoulder thing that goes up.
No, it's not.
That would ban most pistols. That would ban most.
No, but pistols are different. You have to pull the trigger each time. An assault weapon, you basically hold it, goes. Blah, blah, blah.
You hear Mike Bloomberg's definition of what a pistol is versus an assault weapon? Oh, that was well thought out and educated and informative and also completely a lie and wrong. Now, I don't know if he did it on purpose or he's just full-blown ignorant. But see, it's different. It's different. With a pistol, you have to pull the trigger one time, But when you with these assault weapons, you just hold them. I like his little sound effects that he made, even though he was completely wrong. And yet these are the people making decisions for our lives. I'm concerned about that. Secondly, the assault weapon he's talking about don't go. It actually is the same thing as a pistol because it's semi-automatic, not a machine gun. He's been watching too much Saving Private Ryan. And he just assumed anything that looks like a military weapon must perform and function like a military weapon. And these are the type of lies and disinformation Democrat politicians are spreading, and they're never held accountable because remember, their voters don't require them to be accurate, well thought out, well versed on the subject matter. You heard the lady a couple seconds ago with Tucker. She didn't even know what that item was. No, but yet you're putting it in your legislation. How many other bills that whoever controls the Democrat Party just told y'all to sign on and they don't know the details? Because we definitely know creepy, sleepy, sloppy, sleazy, slimy Joe don't know what's going on in most of the executive orders that he signed. Thus, he was caught on that hot mic talking about what am I signing here? I don't know what I'm signing. And yet these are politicians. You see what I'm talking about? So I might just go ahead and start tomorrow as a Democrat politician because it seems pretty easy. But just to be sure, let's continue with a couple more clips. I don't want to be blindsided by finding out that they actually have to do stuff because I don't want to have a real job. I want to get rich doing nothing. So let's see.
Mr. LaPierre, that's the point. The criminals won't go to purchase the guns because there'll be a background check. We'll stop them from the original purchase.
That makes sense.
This is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a 30 caliber clip.
Dude looking like Eric Estrada, a 30 caliber clip. What's a 30 caliber? I ain't heard of that. So let's finish hearing Eric Estrada tell us more about this 30 caliber clip and that spooky ghost gun. Ooh.
To disperse with 30 bullets within half a second. 30 magazine clip in half a second.
30 magazine clip in a half a second. Do you realize how many bullets that is firing in a half a second? Does he have a Gatling gun? What is that? Is that mounted on the side of a helicopter? Is he shooting a mini? What the ghost gun definitely is a ghost gun because it don't even exist. You can't even see it. Show me a gun that shoots 30 bullets a second that's on the streets. This is what I'm talking about. Easy. You don't have to be correct. Yeah, they just give you your talking points, point you in the right direction, and you just go out and do stuff and still get paid and somehow re-elected. Easiest job in the world.
It's legal to hunt humans with 15-round, 30-round, even 150-round magazines.
See how dangerous these people are? Hunt humans with 30 rounds, 15 rounds. Somebody take me to the hunting ground for humans. Somebody take me where I can say, yep, I'm here on a safari. I hear you got humans running around out there.
What is all of this?
Yep, I'm going to take my ghost gun. Everybody get down! And use all 30 bullets per second on some of these humans.
Every year, these rich elites kidnap a bunch of normal folks like us. They're hunting human beings for sport.
These folks are dangerous to society. These folks should not be counseling. They should not be recommending. They should not be passing laws. They shouldn't be doing nothing but hiding their face and sticking it in the sand when you get up there and you hack up stuff like this, but then try to make it seem as if you're so well versed in this and it's passionate for you and you really know your stuff. But yet you're making choices that could change our whole life and you don't even know about the choice you're making. I'm really concerned. No different than Joe Biden the other day trying to tell us about this $2 trillion plan and talking about, honestly, I don't know how to explain it. So, well, if you can't explain it, then who can? You're the one that signs off on this and encourages all of us to go along with it, but you don't know the details? Democrat politician, easiest job in the world, y'all, because their voters don't know the details or want to know them either.
I've held an AR-15 in my hand. I wish I had it. It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving. And the bullet that is utilized, a 50 caliber, these kinds of bullets, need to be licensed and do not need to be on the street.
Now, did y'all hear Mahalia Jackson / Sheila Jackson with that bun sitting up on top of her head? First thing, Sheila, maybe you need to take that donut off the back of your head and it allow you to think a little bit better about what you just said. So you out there with your old spaghetti arms talking about I've held a AR-15 and it was as heavy as 10 boxes. What type of 10 boxes are you talking about? Are you talking about empty ones? Full blown, just came out the assembly line boxes, light as heck, and had 10 boxes. But then, what even makes me a little more concerned, especially if I'm a dumb person who don't know that these people don't know what they're talking about, and she's up here, 50 caliber bullets. Wow. Folks should be exploding when they get hit by those things. And if you listen to Joe Biden, who came out the other day and said, we need, whispering at us, y'all, sign the executive order, sign the legislation. He said that all these people dying every day. And I'm thinking to myself, now, wait a minute, Joe, can you be a little more specific? Because, see, your voters don't care about that. But folks who know that these laws and executive orders could really impact their lives, we want the details. So when you tell us that there's all these people dying per day and want us to sign this stuff that's going to restrict our rights, can you give us a little more understanding? Who are these people dying? Where are they getting shot at? What type of weapons are they getting shot with? You left out a lot of details, probably on purpose. So I'm thinking if you could politicize something, you would, along with the other Democrats. So when you say all of these people are dying every day because of gun violence, most likely it's not being done with the AR-15. Because if that was the case, you would be on here like a specific gun, that AR-15 gotta go. It's killing all this. But to have that many people killed every day by gun violence and you not mention the type of gun that was used gives me an indicator that you're lying. See, what you're doing is you're omitting information on purpose, leaving it in the minds of all the bubbleheads thinking that since y'all been talking about this mean old ghost gun, AR-15, that shoots 50 caliber bullets and stuff like that. Since y'all been talking about that, that is what's killing all these people every day. But if you really go to the stats, handguns are doing it. Yeah, handguns are doing it. And guess what else? It's being done in where? Democratically ran cities. Isn't that crazy? So really, who's responsible for all those deaths? What guns should we be going after? That AR-15? Because see, I'm thinking, wow, this must be a whole bunch of them out there running around if 300 plus people are being killed every day by these AR-15s, but you didn't mention that. So it must be handguns, right? So why are you trying to push legislation to go after what you define as assault weapons, which of course we know any gun is an assault weapon. But once again, no one holds you accountable. When you got that liberal Democrat privilege, you can start the day.
Now, this is a island that at its widest level is what, 12 miles from shore to shore?
And see, you got to speed Hank Johnson up because that man talks in slow motion. This is an island that has a span of... You got to speed that mess up. When he started off talking off grip, if I voted for him, I'd be mad. because he's wasting my time trying to figure out what he needs to say. You ain't up there preaching, starting off like you giving a sermon. Open your books. Go with me to the book of Hank Johnson.
And at the smallest level, smallest location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other. Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
A small island, about 24 miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide on the widest part of the island. And I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah,
Now, guys, Hank Johnson is bringing up stuff that somebody prepared for him to read off. Okay, I'm sure somebody who works in his office was like, all right, here's some facts that you can brief yourself on as you're walking into the hearings. Okay, so he's probably walking in reading some stuff that's highlighted that he don't know nothing about. But he's trying to make it seem like he's setting it up with this deep epiphany. He's on top of stuff. He's going over all of these different points. 5 miles wide and 12 miles long. And I'm thinking, he's going somewhere with this. Surely Hank Johnson is about to drop the bomb on us. Let's see what he really dropped. A doodle pie. That's what he dropped.
My fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
What?
We don't anticipate that.
Did you hear that? If Hank Johnson could be in Congress, God dog it, what? Almost anything I grab right about now would do better than this dude. This bottle cap is running for office. This man just said he thought Guam might tip over, and I'm surprised that the whole audience didn't bust out laughing like they was in an Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor live show. This dude said he is concerned about the island tipping over. And look at the response from the guy. He was like, we don't anticipate that happening. I know in his head, he was probably thinking, are you kidding me? I got to sit here and answer questions to inferior minds. People who are dumb, took advantage of dumb voters, don't know what's going on in the world, don't know left from right, up from down, don't do any type of studying to know exactly why I'm bringing this up, comes out here and thinks that he's going to be respected just because of his position. See, hey, I'm Hank Johnson. I'm a legislator. And at the end of that, the climax of that exchange was he thinks Guam is too heavy and might tip over and capsize. I know right there, that guy wanted to get up and walk away like, this guy shouldn't be asking me anything. He's dumb. That's like a kindergartner sitting right up there and they are drilling me. Here I am, a military man, and they up there like,
So why do you like green? And when you was in the when y'all had went out and then y'all had been shooting at stuff, do you like to kill stuff? I mean, cause and can I play with that gun? Can I see it?
That's what Hank Johnson is like. This dude's in Congress, y'all. He's making choices for our lives. You see now why I'm concerned and why it's easy to become a Democrat politician. Let's try to finish this, y'all.
At all. You need 100 rounds and you do it. No, I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that. It's a viral video like the other ones you're putting out that are simply a lie.
Well, he just clarified it.
Wait. Take the AR-14s and look at it.
What? Well, there you go, Joe, but then he bowled up on this dude. Like, wait, I did not say it. Well, yes, you did. I mean, the video went viral, like all of his videos and all the things he say, and forget maybe did he said it. And then you go back and find those rat droppings all over the internet. And then, you know, because he gets mad too. I mean, show me the proof. Where's the video? And then when you show it to them, they just deny it and move on because they don't expect to have to answer things like that to the media or, you know, any of their voters. That's why it's easy to become a Democrat politician. And then the sum of it is he concluded by saying an AR-14. Is that a new one out on the market? Huh? I need to go and investigate this AR-14 he's talking about. So here's the guy who want to take our guns but don't even know what an AR-15 is. These are the people trying to make gun legislation, and they're calling it 50 calibers and ghost guns that can shoot 30 bullets per second and a 30 caliber clip too. Yeah, all of that stuff. Don't know what hand grips are and pistol grips and bump stocks. They're just out there just throwing stuff out there in the wind because somebody said, hey guys, don't worry. Just come on in, start work today, show up. We'll give you stuff to read. No one will hold you accountable. No one will say you're lying or expose you because we have dumb voters and we also have a corrupt media who won't hold you accountable. So we're good. We're good. Only the smart, intelligent, common sense people will hold you accountable, but we will suppress their exposure of you. So you're good. Knock yourself out. Now you see what I'm talking about? Easiest gig in the world, man. But yet, it's sad that it is because these bubbleheads actually can make choices that changes our lives. I now have to question who's at fault. Is it the raggedy politicians who got their, I guess, political clout from some type of Cracker Jack box? Or is it the people who voted for them? And I'm sad to say, it's probably a combination of both. We got to do better, America. We can do better. God bless you. God bless America. We see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care. Check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. The link is below this video. If you click on it and put Kevin in the promo code, you'll get a 20% discount. And finally, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you'd like to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's links below this video to do that as well. Okay, God bless you and God bless America.